But the one that I think you're really going to be interested in is going to the My Assignment section. So let's go and click on that and move over to that now. Now what this is going to show you is it's going to show you a nice condensed list of all the different tasks that you've currently been assigned to. And you can change this to filter it to show me ones by, only show me ones so far in the future or whatever. This is showing me just all the stuff that I've got going on right now. And I can quickly see that it's in order of, when I've got to do them, the due date, what the name of the task is, and what project it's from. We just got a demonstration project here for this functional overview today. And I can see, okay, when I've got to do it, and I can actually take advantage of some other things. So there might be a guide behind this task. I think Richard and the team are going to look to actually add lots of guidance information to these tasks. So when you get assigned to things like, I need to do the structural edit, for example, you know when you've got to do the structural edit by, you know what project it's for, and actually you might know what learning item is for. This could be, for example, the specific chapter or week or whatever, the learning item that you might be working on. So you can see that quite easily from here. The guide button would give you full information, and this is to be completed, but will give you full information on how to do these things, what you need to do, is there any sort of guidelines you might need to follow. Can all be stored in here, and you would get that by clicking on the View Guide button. One thing you can see at the bottom here is it says, as part of this structural edit, you might need to provide an output, which is a structured item. It's a document, effectively. So at the moment, you're storing documents in SharePoint, but you can link to them from Hydra so that the project team and yourself can sort of store it against that particular structural edit for that particular learning item, so it's always there, in the right context. So if you have a look over here where it says Documents, that's actually going to say, okay, you need to do a structured item. Please, can you add it and link to it? And you can obviously put in a quick name there and just paste in the URL from, copy and paste in the URL from SharePoint, and you're linking to it from Hydra, so that the project team can access that, or you can access that, whenever you need to. So that's having a look at guides for a task and also some documents as well for a task. But what about the really simple stuff? Just getting in here and being able to, put a time log against something to say, I have done this amount of time on it, and I've completed this off. Maybe let's look at this sort of kickoff meeting task here. There's a time logs button, and you can click that to say, okay, I want to add a new time log. And you can double click to change this and say what day you did the work on. So, okay, we're doing this slightly in advance here for, sorry, no, actually, it was yesterday. So we could say we did on the 13th. We have 2 hours to do this. You can tell that because we've got a 1 hour time log and there's also another hour remaining. So I could change this to say I spent 2 hours, or actually, let's tell the truth. Let's say I spent 2.5 hours. And we could put a little description in here to say, completed kickoff meeting. Or you can come up with something a bit more informative than that. I'm just going to close that off now, and you'll see that the task is 100%. Most tasks that you'll do will just get a complete button now. So you just say, right, okay, I've added my time and I'm happy and I'm going to complete that off. But you'll notice this kickoff meeting one is slightly different. It says get approval. And now that's because it's got an approval process sort of attached to this to say when you do this particular task, somebody else should sort of peer review this. And just to show you where that's set up, if I actually click on the name of this task, you'll go into a view where you get more information on that. And this is where you might be able to see those documents in there again. You might be able to see a checklist, and you can actually add time and things from here as well. But there's an approvals tab that you can just go and have a look at. And it will say in here what kind of approval it needs to be. So this is just a peer review. And then, by changing this, you can actually set who you want that approver to be. In this case, it's already been set up to be me. So when you go back to your view here, your My Assignments, you could say, I just want to set, I've added my document. I've added some time in against this. I just want to go and send that for approval now. And then click OK. And there we go, off it goes. So it's an area for you to understand what you've got to do, by when, and at the very least, just come in and submit some time and just click the complete button. You can do that from the mobile application as well. So nice and easy. You just need an internet connection and a computer or a mobile device to do that.